Welcome to Rotary and Serving Our Community. My name is Wade Nomura, and today we're going to take a look at the 4th of July and what happens at that time on that date with Rotary. With me today I have Connie Burns from the Goleta Noontime Club.
That's right.
And Scott Missman from the Goleta Club. Thank you both for joining us. Connie, we're going to start with you. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, I've lived in this community, Goleta, Santa Barbara, actually in between, for 44 years. And I've been active in the community in a lot of nonprofits. I was a junior high Spanish teacher for a long time, and then I managed properties in town. And then I retired from those, and I spend a lot more time now with my volunteer activities. And Rotary, I joined Rotary in about 1993 or 1994, and I've been very active with that program for a long time.
Great, thank you. How about you, Scott?
Well, I'm fifth generation Santa Barbara, so I have a lot of history here and a lot of roots. I just really love it here. Of course, growing up here, I went to all the local schools, played a lot of sports, both in high school and college. And very early on, I started working computers back in the early 80s. So I've been a computer person, now working at UCSB as an infrastructure architect. And kind of a boring life compared to Connie's, really. I mean, doing the same old thing. But, you know, I have 3 children, and they're fortunately are all in town and keep busy with Rotary. I've been a Rotarian since 1999 and enjoy that very much.
So what got you into Rotary?
A friend of mine I met at when I worked for General Motors at Delco, Jack Easterbrook, who unfortunately has passed since. But at some point, I think in your life, you kind of get interested in wanting to give back. And so Jack talked to me about Rotary, and I felt it was a good way to give back to the community and start giving since you know, when you get to a certain age.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sounds good. And Connie, how about you?
Well, I was working for David Brewer, who was president of the Goleta Chamber of Commerce, and he had me helping out with a program called the Goleta Queen Contest, and that was the Chamber of Commerce sponsored that, and it was affiliated with the Goleta Valley Days. And I worked for several years on that with Tammy DeBroten, and then she left, and then the chamber decided to drop that program. Well, the Rotary Noontime Club decided they wanted to pick it up, and so they invited me to join Rotary Noontime Club and bring that program with me. And we've evolved that program from a queen contest where the queen had to be pretty and sell a lot of tickets, the one who sold the most won. We've evolved it into a community service recognition program where we honor high school seniors who have done and given a lot to the community.
Great.
And I've been doing that for 25 or so years.
Wow, good for you.
Yes.
We're here looking at the 4th of July event.
Yes.
So, Connie, you're the one that probably has the most history of this.
Well,
tell us how this started, because it's 19th year, right, that we just completed?
Well, I'm not sure that number is correct. It may be the 18th year because
okay.
I did some checking and I found that it actually started in 1998, which makes it 18 years. And it was started by Randy Rossness, who was a big person, a business person in our community, and Michael Bennett, who is now one of our city council members. They got the idea that they wanted a big family fun event on the 4th of July for the Goleta community, where we didn't have to go all the way downtown to the fireworks down there, and then the parking is terrible, and there was gangs, and there was lots of stuff that we didn't approve of going on down there. We wanted our own family-friendly one, drug-free, alcohol-free, gang-free, with a very low entrance fee and free to all kids. And that is what we've turned it into, and we're very proud of what we've accomplished in those years. And it was just our club that started it, but it got so big, and we worked so hard at it that we invited the evening club to join us and share in the profits.
Great.
And share in the work, of course, because we're a small club, they're a small club, and combining our efforts made it easier for both of us. And so we've had that relationship since 2004, working on the fireworks together, our 2 clubs.
Great. And Scott, is this the first year for you then to actually head the efforts? Or
No,
have you
I've done it
before?
2 other times before.
2 other times, okay.
Yeah, I did it back in, I think it was 08, 09, and then I think 09 and 2010, I believe, is the numbers. Right after I was our club president. Because I had so much visibility, they said, "Oh, you want to do this now?" So yeah, I've done it a couple of years in the past, and so this year they, with a lot of things, you always struggle with volunteers and getting people to step up. So they asked me if I would do it again, and I said sure. And it's really all about the people that you get to help you. It's not really necessarily you. So
True.
that's the important thing.
So what do you see yourself about the big benefit that the community gets out of this, and why would you spearhead it so many times?
Well, I think it is a big community service event. It's something that I think the community enjoys, being coming together on such a day to celebrate our independence. And as Connie mentioned, it's more of a family-friendly event. I think it's easier to get to. It's smaller, and we just do a lot of things to make it family-friendly with the games for the kids and the music, and it's just a nice area to come to in the park versus downtown, which is a little chaotic downtown. And there's so many people downtown because it's traditional downtown as well. So we pulled in something and decided it was. I just figured it was a really great event to support.
Great. Sounds good.
Yeah.
Well, you got some pictures here. Let's jump into the pictures.
Oh, sure.
First one we have is actually the sign for Gersh Park itself. You guys take over pretty much the whole area, correct?
That's right.
Yeah, that's correct. Yeah.
The first event was held at Harder Stadium, the soccer stadium at UCSB.
Oh.
And the first event we featured the fireworks were set off down in the field, and we had skydivers come in and land in the middle of the field. It was fabulous.
That would be interesting.
And then we had to leave that field, and we went on to Gersh Park, and we liked that almost as much.
Yeah, no, it's been a nice one for you.
Yeah.
Next picture we have shows the sponsorships, different sponsors that you have. There's quite a few of them from what I've seen.
Yes.
And the sponsors help out with the actual cost of the events. And
Right.
Yeah, that's correct.
We
recognition.
benefit that Deckers, their goal is that all the children get in free, and so the amount they pay accounts for that.
Oh, nice.
We're lucky to have them as sponsors.
Very nice. Next picture we have are the jumpy houses. Looks like you had a full fleet of those out there.
Yeah.
Pretty popular, I'm guessing.
Right. They didn't quite look like that when all the kids were in them,
No.
swarming the.
We stuck in it in an early picture just so
Right.
you could see the
Yeah,
bouncy
right.
houses. It'd be bouncing all over otherwise.
Yeah.
And then the picture we have of the concession area. This is only one of the concessions, correct?
Right.
That's right.
And that is sponsored by or run by which group?
That's the South Coast Church, the community
Okay,
church.
okay.
They're one of the nonprofits that came in to raise a little funds for themselves. So they come in and do hamburgers and hot dogs, a traditional 4th of July kind of food.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's they've been with us for quite a number of years now.
Nice, very nice. And so do they usually get the same spot, the concession stand?
Yeah,
itself?
they get
That's
they get the
nice.
priority building. It's got a little,
That is a nice building, by the way.
yeah, it is. It's got a little kitchen in it, and so it works out real well for them. Yeah.
Good, good.
Yeah.
And then you also have vendors that come in, bring in their
Right,
carts.
that's
The next
right.
picture here, this is what is it, the churros bin there?
Yeah, that's
Churros,
Fernando's
right.
Churros and burritos, and so it's one of the food trucks that we bring in. It looks like it's actually a trailer, but there was a couple of food trucks there that come in, and of course they're for profit. So any of the for-profit organizations that come in actually give us a little bit of benefit from that as far as a piece of their profits.
nice.
So it works out real well.
Percentage out.
Yeah, yeah.
Very
So
nice.
the
Good for that.
nonprofits they keep all of their proceeds, and some of the for-profits actually share their proceeds. So it works out well.
And it helps out for the community too, because that park itself doesn't have any food. You got to walk quite a ways to get anything.
Yeah, that's correct. It does make it convenient for
Yeah,
the
very
attendees. Yes, that's correct.
Good. Next picture we have is a barbecue pit, and I believe that was for corn, correct?
Yeah, one of our Rotarians, Pat O'Malley, he does this every year. He's,
Yes, he does.
Pat's
He's the corn guy,
Oh,
yes.
yeah,
He's the corn guy.
He is, and he loves it though. He really enjoys it. He's got a crew that comes in and helps out with that.
Very nice, and that kind of brings it back to the old school, the way it used
Right,
to be.
yeah.
right.
That's a nice touch. I like that.
Yeah.
It was
Yes, it
good
is.
corn.
Yeah.
It was good corn. Yeah,
Yes.
definitely so. We also had what was that one?
That's a Kona Ice.
Kona Ice stand.
Yeah, it's kind of like a snow cone guy, if you will.
Okay.
Yeah. And he was very popular with the kids.
I guess it was a little warmer, so hotter days, I guess they do a little bit better.
Yes.
The
Yes.
sun broke out for this one, so it was
Yeah.
good.
Right.
During the
It
day,
was-
I think he does well, and at night we have a coffee vendor that does pretty well
That
at
does
night.
quite well.
There you go.
when it gets chillier.
Patriotic novelties.
That's me.
Yeah, tell us
That's
a little
the
bit
booth
about
I
that.
set up to earn money for scholarships for those Goleta Teen of the Year candidates I
Okay.
told you about.
Okay, got it.
And girls got to have their bling, so we have a lot of sparkly things, little tiaras and necklaces and hats. We've got all kinds of things for kids. Glow sticks, that's the big seller. Everyone had to have their glow stick when it got dark, so we were inundated with folks getting their glow stick. It's just a lot of fun to have those
notice that.
patriotic novelties. And another one of the biggest sellers is flags. People were marching around with their flags, and we got
And
them
it was
there.
pretty popular.
It was
from what
very
I've seen. Yeah,
popular,
you guys
yeah.
were busy the whole time.
We did.
We have another one now. It's the game section. A ring toss, I believe, is run by one of the groups.
Well, yeah, we actually rent the kind of a carnival games from Luna's, and they bring in the bouncers, they bring in the carnival games, and they set it up, tear it down for us. And then we have groups of volunteers that come in and help run it. Anywhere from high school volunteers to some from university, and they help supervise and get the children through as they go through. So that's one of the I'll consider a carnival game. Yeah, yeah.
You also had a vendor there doing balloons, tie-up balloons.
Yes.
Is that pretty
He
new?
made-
You guys do
yeah,
that every
and that
year?
was free for the kids.
Nice.
He made little animals and little poodles and ducks and things for the kids. They were just darling. He's very quick. It takes him about 30 seconds to do a twisted animal. They're just really cute.
Yeah, he
And
does
we gave
pretty
him all.
well.
Yeah, he gets tips.
Yeah, he gets
Okay.
tips,
Yeah.
and he's been with us
But
the last
he's
couple of years.
Very generous in doing this for us.
Nice. And I noticed you must do a lot because
He does them ahead, some of them.
some of them have, but I saw a big box of balloons over there. I mean,
Right.
a huge box. I couldn't imagine how many were in that box.
And the kids just love him. He's great.
Good, good. One more picture of you there,
Ah,
Connie,
that's-
in action there.
That's it. That's back to us selling those flags. Look at those flags going out.
That was good. I did notice you had quite a few different items, everything from hats to
Yeah.
pins
Yeah,
to.
bracelets and
bracelets, yeah.
necklaces.
Now, do you keep those every year? Do you buy them during the year or just especially?
Well,
for
they
the
have a really good long shelf life, so I can, if we don't sell them, which
Not
we
too
usually
perishable.
do, then we can hang on and sell them next year.
Got it.
At a reduced rate, of course.
Of course, of course. And one of the other booths that you had there was, again, very popular, was the face painting and tattoos, correct?
Face painting and tattoos. Girls love their bling.
Yeah.
They do love their bling.
Yeah, we have face painting pretty much every year for the last
Yeah.
few years. Yeah, the
That's
tattoos
very
was a little bit
popular.
of an addition, I think, this year, but the
Yeah.
face painting is always very popular.
Good, good. And you had the climbing structure, the rock climbing.
Yeah, that's from UCSB.
Oh, okay.
So, as I think I might have mentioned, I work at UCSB and kind of somehow found out about it. Maybe I saw it at the Lemon Festival, I don't remember, but I met the guys out there and they said, sure, we'll bring it out. And they gave us a nice discount because we're a nonprofit. So it was very popular with the older kids.
It was. I saw that thing was going all the time, full
Yes,
time.
yes.
There's always somebody on that thing.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
was nice.
Yeah.
Very good. And all ages, or do you have an age limit on those? 'Cause I
we-
see some younger ones climbing up
Yeah,
there.
we tried to keep it for children 10 and older.
Okay.
Just because of the logistics, trying to have younger kids doing it, they tend to get a little frightened sometimes, and the different kinds of gear you need. So,
Sure.
yeah.
And next picture I have of you there, Scott, doing the giving everybody instructions. I knew I had to put that in there for you. Nothing better than seeing a guy in charge.
Well, we had to, yeah. Well, that's myself directing security. So I handled the security. We had the Civil Air Patrol help us. We had the Sheriff's Cadet Program help us. And so I was giving them a little bit of directive. Detective Valadez was helping us as a lead for the Sheriff's Cadets. And so we just felt we needed to have a good security around the perimeter and to take care of people. So.
Now, roughly, what's the count on actual security people that you have at the event itself?
The total count's around 20 people. So we have them scattered around at the ends of the streets and walking the perimeter and at different key locations to keep an eye on things.
Okay. Oh,
Yeah.
very good.
Yeah.
Very good. And I noticed traffic also is included at the end of it. It's run quite nicely.
Yes, and
It
that's
was easy getting out of there.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
kind of an
Not
add-on, I
bad.
think, because the city of Goleta really helps us out with that. So that wasn't not really part of this security. That was something that's kind of beyond the perimeter security and traffic control that they helped us out with. So,
Okay.
yeah,
Good, good.
yeah.
Next picture we have, this was seems to be a pretty popular event. That is the pie eating contest. Connie,
Right.
tell us about that one.
Well, you can imagine what it's like. There's a lot of faces that came up with a lot of whipped cream all over them. I think were they diving for something in there? Something,
Yes,
a
they were.
ring or something
Yes,
with their faces.
There was pieces in there we're digging for.
Yeah, there's
yes,
a lot of
that's correct.
chaos and a
They
lot
said,
of.
what, three different items that they had to dig up and locate
Yeah.
in the whipped
Oh,
cream.
is that it? Okay.
So it's not eating the whipped cream, it's finding the
Right.
three treasures.
Yeah, my wife figured that one out. She ran those games.
That's right, she ran it.
Right.
Yeah, she
was
ran
good.
that, and of course, we did a watermelon eating contest, and also, I don't know if you saw the hula hoop contest. We do that as well.
Did see that one there. I missed the
Oh, that's
watermelon
great.
eating contest.
Kids just love it.
They do.
Yeah,
We
it's a
have
lot
to
of
have
fun.
them sign up because we get too many.
Yeah.
Now, you say kids, but we also have a few adults in this next picture.
Oh,
there,
yeah.
and digging
Oh,
in.
That's right. It's for all ages.
And it was for all ages. So you run two different groups then. You run
Yes.
the young
Yeah.
ones first and then the older kids.
Right.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
More mature
Exactly.
kids.
Good,
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
And I have a picture here of the winner. I guess he was pretty excited about
Yeah.
that. And I heard he won the
Does he
year
look like
before,
a-
was runner-up the year before.
Oh, is that
Won.
right? I hadn't heard that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Well, you can
That's
see
fun.
they're all having a good time.
yeah. And he had the system, by the way. He just jumped in there 3 times and found all 3 things.
Yeah.
No idea how he did it, but he
Yeah.
was good. And another picture we have of the finish. This was a picture that was taken right before they got a little crazy and decided that they could start throwing the whipped cream everywhere. Of course, the little ones didn't do that, but it was the big kids that
Yeah.
caused the problems.
It's all in fun.
It was all in fun. Next picture we have actually is of the hula hoop
Oh yeah,
contest.
I didn't realize you had a
Yeah.
picture
Yeah.
of that.
Yeah, we put that one in there, and that's all age groups, or is it for younger ones?
No, it's all age groups,
Okay.
and anyone could participate. We had, I don't know, somewhere around 50 hula hoops, so there was a lot of people doing it, and it's really a popular event.
Right.
Yeah.
And there's a couple of kids that really do it well. I think we had the same winner this year as last. I think.
Right.
Yeah.
Actually, we have a picture here being interviewed by Eric
Oh.
Onen.
Right.
Yeah, of the one that said she had won the year before also.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, yeah, that's
And the
right.
reason I asked about that age group was because it was all the younger ones that were the finalists there. They
Yeah.
kept going.
Yeah, well, I think
Gracie, isn't that her name?
I'm
Gracie?
not sure.
I think it
so.
was.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure, but
She's
I
being
think
interviewed in the next picture. Right?
yeah,
Yep, she is.
yeah, I think the young ones kind of moved a little better than the older ones.
I
A
think
little
you're right.
more flexible.
Tell us a little bit about the MCs. You got Eric involved, and you have another one.
Right. Eric Onen is a past president of the Evening Club, and he has served as, he's just an excellent MC. He's done this for 3 or 4 years, just does a great job. And with him in the picture, you can see Nathan Alvarez is our Goleta Teen of the Year in 2015. And he acted as co-MC. He did an excellent job. He just had so much fun doing it. He supervised the drawing of the raffle tickets and announced all the prizes and added a little information about each one and had a great time doing it. He's excellent. He's heading off to SC in September.
Oh, yeah, he did an excellent job. He did a great job,
We're real
by
proud
the way.
of these
Yeah.
Goleta Teen of the Year
Sure.
kids.
And the next picture we have shows the band,
Yeah,
Huh?
Area 51.
That's
Area
correct, yeah.
51 with the patriotic pants.
Definitely patriotic pants. Now, are they local or where are they from?
yeah, they're
They're
a local
local.
band.
A
They,
local
they
band.
play at different events around town, and they're quite popular. It's just
Very popular.
second or third year we've had them. Anyway,
Yeah,
we had them a
at
couple of
least,
different years,
yeah.
and they're a good hit with the band, with our customers, and they get a lot of dancing going, and there's the fun for the older folks. Right?
Yeah, I did notice that. A lot of
Yeah.
dancing.
Everybody's
It was
dancing.
good.
Yeah,
Next picture we have shows the actual staging of the fireworks itself. And
Yes.
seeing that, I guess they actually cordon off the area
That's correct.
And that area is secured as a fallout zone.
Yeah,
for the fireworks
that's
itself.
correct. Yeah, that's correct. We have a certain perimeter we need to maintain as a safety zone to make sure that everything is safe for all of our attendees and anyone that's in the area. And that's one of the reasons for security is to make sure that safety zone stays secure. And so, in case there is any kind of a mishap, that there's a clear area around the where they set off the fireworks. So
Now, notice it's pretty large. It actually
Yeah.
encompasses a portion of the Costco parking lot, too.
That's correct.
That is good.
Yeah,
a good
that's
job
correct.
there.
Yeah.
Keep it safe.
Next picture we have is the presidents, I guess. The current presidents get a little time on stage also, so that's
Yeah, and I
That's
think that's,
right.
isn't that the Goleta Teen of the Year
Goleta
introducing
Teen of
them?
the Year.
That's,
Right.
Well, I think he's doing the countdown right
they're,
there.
they're actually doing the last raffle
Ah,
at that
oh,
point in time,
okay.
right
Oh,
before
okay.
That's
the
Nathan,
countdown.
the
That's
latest Teen of
right.
the Year. And Scott Phillips is in the center. He's the president, just became president starting July 1st of our Goleta Noontime Rotary. And
And
on
then
the right is
John Holland, our
John
new
Holland,
president.
the
Yes, that's correct.
new president of the Evening Club.
Yep.
Great. And tell us about the one that sung the Star Spangled Banner. Do you know anything about her? Or?
No, one of your members, Clara,
Oh, okay.
brought her on. I unfortunately was unable to be introduced to her, but she did a wonderful job.
She had a
great job.
beautiful
Yeah,
voice.
she had a
Great
beautiful
job.
voice.
Powerful,
Yes.
just outstanding.
Yeah, I'm not sure where she came from. I think she's a member of the girls' club, but I'm not
It
certain.
could be.
Okay.
Yeah.
She hit every note.
Yes.
Beautiful.
Yes.
And then you get the fire department involved with the flag raising. I saw
Yes.
that. That was very
Right.
nice.
Yes, Michael Bennett helps us out with that and our interface to the fire department. And the fire department is very gracious in coming each year and doing that for us. They're a big supporter of our
Great.
program. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's sang the salute and singing the national anthem while facing the flag.
Great.
Yep.
So next up, we just have a few pictures. We can let the
Yeah.
pictures roll through as we talk about the event then. Overall, what kind of success did you figure you had there? Was it a good one this year, and how much does it bring in?
Well, first off, the fireworks were spectacular.
They were
I
great.
think they were the best we've ever seen. There was a wide variety, lots of different colors, lots of red, white, and blue, lots of patriotic music. It was just really inspiring. It was.
Very
I was
true.
very proud of that.
It was. It
that
was a
show
great
last
show.
night, the other night. It was very good.
22 minutes in total?
Something like that.
Yeah, 22, 23
Yeah.
minutes, something
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, we have to stop all air traffic.
Well, I did notice that,
So
except
we're
for
stuck
we're supposed
with
to.
it.
Yeah, we're supposed to. Although we did have a plane come
One
through, which
plane came through. Which
Yeah.
is-
Oh, yeah.
yeah,
Oh my
right during the
gosh.
show.
I think it surprised everybody.
Probably
Maybe the pilot too.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah, and
Oh gosh.
yeah, it really was a good show, and I think we got a lot of compliments from it.
Yeah,
You know,
I
I
heard
think
a
you
lot.
asked another question about
well,
revenue.
What happens after,
revenues and where it goes.
Yeah, the event in total is about a $75,000 to $80,000 event.
Wow, great.
And you know, between the what it costs, what we have to raise, the ticket funds, and our raffle, and any profit that we have left over goes right back into the community through different programs that we do in the community and some international efforts as well. So we don't leave anything in the bank; it all gets spent in the community. So.
That's right.
And attendance, what would you guess on the inside, not on the outside? Because you got a lot of
Well, you
lot of
know-
us watching from the outside.
I
Yes.
think we have about 5,000 come
Wow.
inside, and you know that's probably only about a third of the people who see the event because there's another 10,000, well maybe less than a third, about 10,000 who stand around the gates, and they're very proud that they didn't have to pay and they could come and see it for free. They don't realize it's a charity event, and we,
Right.
you know, we really would appreciate the money.
Sure.
And then all the people up in the hills, who watch it from a distance, I'm sure it's just beautiful. So it serves a lot of people other than the ones that are just down in the stadium. They pay $8 to come in, just the adults. The kids are free, and we split the proceeds between the two clubs. And speaking for my club, we sponsor lots of youth programs, dictionaries to all the third graders in Goleta. We do sponsor the Goleta Teen of the Year program, Los Prietos Boys Camp. We give scholarships to young men who have accomplished a lot in going through their rehabilitation program up at Los Prietos. They have been felons, and they've turned themselves around, and we give them scholarships in the way of things that they can use, like tuition to City College, or a computer they can use for their work, or tools they can use if they want to become a mechanic, and that kind of thing to help these young men after they've done so well in the program. And we have other youth things that we do. We also we're part of a larger organization, the Rotary International, of course, and we support the international projects like polio eradication and all those too. And the Evening Club has their own programs that they support too.
Yeah, I think each club does have their own charter and what they decide to do. We do a lot of scholarships for local schools, particularly Santa Barbara City College. And we support a lot of nonprofits like CADA, which is a Council of Alcohol and Drug Addiction, and a lot of different efforts. Boys and Girls Club. We help with some of the things at some of the high schools at Dos Pueblos, like the DP cheer team, and a lot of different things like that. But it's really focused on youth, and that's our primary focus is youth, and try to engage kids that maybe wouldn't necessarily have the funds to be engaged in these different programs. Like the Civil Air Patrol. We support the Civil Air Patrol, which is, I think, is a great program for kids to get involved in aviation and things like that. And I know that the Noontime Club is supporting the Sheriff's Cadet program. Right. And so it is really all focused on youth.
That is good. I did notice one thing, and that is that everybody walks away happy. And
yes,
it's
lots of smiles.
A lot of smiles.
Yeah,
even the ones
children,
outside, they're happy. But that is good, and it's very orderly. That's one thing that was very impressive about the event itself, is that it's so family oriented.
Right. That's why we have a gate, and we do charge a fee. So they are funneled through there. We check backpacks. There isn't alcoholism. And there's no gangs, no fights. No. It's all happy and friendly. There's never any incidents. It's just a happy. That's the whole goal, happy,
and the people
fun.
are cooperative.
Yeah.
I mean, very much so.
Right.
On that.
Right.
Don't see any issues.
And the families appreciate that too. They want a good, safe place to bring their families.
Picnic time, barbecue time.
Yes.
I see blankets, chairs everywhere, all over the place. So
they come out early in the day and park out, find their spot.
Yeah.
Now, Rotary International rated this as one of the top 10 community events in the world. I don't know if you were aware of that.
I didn't know that. How exciting.
That is a big one, and that's quite the compliment.
That is very exciting.
Really?
I had not known that.
With that, thank you very much, both of you, for all you do for the community of Goleta. That's huge, and
you're welcome.
the payback part is big. With that, thank you very much for joining us. Take a look at next year's 4th of July in Goleta. It's a great event run by some great people. Rotary gives back all of that back into the community, so it is making a difference. With that, thank you very much, and we will see you next time.